many things to love about opening day. What's tops on your list, RJ?
A lot of things, really. But, man, the energy in the building. This house is rocking. These fans are so pumped up and optimistic about their team right now.
And here's Memphis' starting group. Manning the backcourt will... see Morant and Payne. Jackson out there with Edey, and it's Wells in at small forward. Now here's Morant. Pass to Jackson. Good, and the setup by Morant.
Just like his pops, Jaren Jackson Jr. Yeah, look, this man, when he gets close to the hoop, it is pretty much automatic. You can't let that happen.
And he comes up with a bucket.
Hey, take it right to the defense. Not a bad way to start this game.
Now Morant fires for three. Okongwu with the rebound. Up top, Johnson, pounded by Morant. Here's Okongwu, back to Johnson. Memphis with a rebound.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Payne, no good. The Hawks have gone 1 for 3 so far. Pass to Daniels. Back to Okongwu. Left side, Johnson. There's the screen by Johnson. There's Young with the three. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
And so shifty with great handles. Young gets the defender to commit, then takes full advantage.
Richard, for years, the Grizzlies team motto was grit and grind. You think that shifted?
They're a little bit flashier now, but they still have that underdog spirit. That's what grit and grind is about. They're always out to prove themselves.
Here's Daniels after the basket by Memphis. Left side, Young. Lots of room. And good as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Daniels has got his second basket.
Yeah, a complete offensive player. Daniels can set people up, and he can knock down shots.
The Hawks have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Here's Okongwu. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Deflected.
Yeah, that was great job on defense from Daniels. He knows how to distract shooters.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Pass to Johnson. Shot clock at 5. Here's Daniels. Three-pointer, no good. Grizzlies trail by 5. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Quinn Snyder, and we discussed his plan for John Morant. Coach smiled and said, I just told my guys to stay ready out there, ready for anything, because Morant can do so many surprising things. We just have to stay on our toes. Hopefully that flexible mindset helps the defense keep up with Morant's antics out there. B.A.
Thanks for that, Allie. And the Hawks with possession here, following the bucket by the Grizzlies. And it goes as the official calls the foul, counted, and he'll shoot one more at the line. That's going to send Trae Young to the line. Ja Morant picks one up.
Like a lot of smaller guys, there's a real ferocity to Trae Young's game. He's willing to scrap to get what he wants.
From deep, Morant. The rebound by Atlanta.
Not his best efficiency this quarter. Look, sometimes that's how it goes.
Back to Okongwu. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
And so Morant will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Trailing by 8. Last time they met was in Memphis.
Turnovers were the story of that game. It wasn't what I would call a disciplined performance.
Jackson can't get it to go. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Back to Young from downtown. Connects from downtown. Young's got 9 points.
I just love the ball.
To the inside. Here's Wells. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. Morant's got 3 assists in the game.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Pass to Rizachet. And he goes in for the dunk.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
Here's Rizachet. Back to Okongwu. Pass to Young. 6 to shoot. Blocked! Wells, the pass to Jackson. They get it back. Oh, and the buzzer beater is good!
Great job ending the quarter on a high note.
That's the play that...
A big-time effort for Trae Young, providing a lot of energy for the Hawks. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. We'll be right back with you shortly. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Oh, boy, they've been driving deep into that defense early on, and it's paid off. Great penetration from the perimeter so far.
Another thing that's gone well for them is the mid-range jumper. It's been falling with ease so far.
Rizachet and Johnson, they're the forwards. Dyson Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's Okongwu in at the 5. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks.
And their shots are dropping with more consistency now.
And you think about the fearlessness of Ja Morant and how he attacks, even as a smaller player. RJ, you got any comparisons?
I would say AI, but AI was more of a 2-guard, even though he was a couple inches shorter, but definitely similarities of how they attack the paint with fearlessness. A big man who does it all. That is Jaren Jackson Jr. looking confident at the arc.
Here's Young. He takes it in, and a nice finish on the layup. Young's got 11.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Here's Morant. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. The electric Ja Morant. High-flying, fast, fearless. Where's that mentality come from, RJ?
There is just a fearlessness like you mentioned. Most players, you just have that mindset. You don't care. You're going to attack the rim. Doesn't matter if you could potentially get hurt. You are going to take off. That mindset is a level of aggressiveness that only Ja Morant possesses.
Pass to Edey. Back to Morant. Inside, Jackson. Rebounded by Johnson. Atlanta leading by 3. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Grant, there's such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA?
Oh, BA, they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side. It didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA.
Kicks it out to Bane. Pass to Edey. Here's Wells. Fires the 3. And they get it back. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
He's become a dependable scorer. This man, Jaren Jackson Jr., well, look, he's averaged double digits over the course of his early career.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Well, so much can be said about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s versatility, but I'd like to praise his team-first mindset. If the dirty work needs doing, he's got it, as long as it helps his team get the win.
Memphis with a rebound.
Well, despite some uneven shooting from him, they're still out in front.
Here's Morant. The shot off that time. Johnson with the defensive effort. Atlanta leading by 3. Young finds Okongwu. The steal. Here's Bane. And that one is stuffed right through.
Just too much speed on the break. Bane getting way out front for the finish.
Here's Young. Can't get it to fall. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Bane. And he jams it home with authority.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Young looking over the floor. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Daniels. Launches a 3. Oh, the lethal 3-ball of Young.
Nice start for him beyond the arc. He's already hit 3 triples, and I'm pretty sure there's more to come.
Right side, Moran. Fantastic finish inside by Moran.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Here's Daniels, pounded by Moran. Here's Johnson. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson.
You don't win Defensive Player of the Year unless you're extremely disruptive. Jackson was all over that.
Here's Wells. Fires hitting the triple. And now a 3-point Memphis lead.
After an okay first quarter of shooting, they've really turned it up offensively. I like where they're headed right now. He's going to hear from his teammates after that one. Not quite sure what happened.
Jumps up. Morant goes all the way to cap off the break.
He's got an elite combination of speed and athleticism. Morant, he is special when he gets out on the break, though.
Here's Daniels, guarded by Bane. And stolen by Morant. Here's Wells. Can't drop the tough 3-pointer. And here's a Kongwu for 3. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. Ja Morant, he's feeling it tonight. And has, thank you, Allie, good stuff. We will be right back after this break for the beginning of the third quarter.
You know, right now for the Hawks, I've always loved when I started the season at home. I'd be eating good, I'd be dominating down low,
Changing gears now. Fellas, we need to talk about how dominant Ja Morant looked in that first half.
We've talked about how
Glad you could join us.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. We're seeing a tremendous game from Trae Young.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
On the court for Memphis, we've got Luke Kennard, and it's Huff in at the 5, roaming the paint. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. On the wing man. Pass to Bufkin. On the wing man. Takes a 3. Drops in the 3. Man's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
LeVert goes against Kennard. Back to Aldama. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. And the Grizzlies lead by 3.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Inside, Capella's physical ability makes the difference. He can get vertical, bump with you, whatever it takes.
Kicks it out to Kennard. Pass to Stevens. Here's Pippen. Shot clock at 6. Hey, rejected by Capella.
A quality defender, Capella uses his size and reach to erase shots. And this is the absolute wrong time to stop communicating. They have to get in sync.
LeVert up top. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Up and in on the layup. Here in the second half, these teams still neck and neck.
I really like how each team is matching the other's intensity.
Here's Pippen. Here's Huff. Buries it down low.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
LeVert outside. Gets the three ball to go. LeVert's got 5 points in the quarter.
Their execution after halftime has been excellent, making their first 4.
Here's Pippen. Oh, and there's the whistle. And here comes the coach's challenge. He disagreed. It's a pretty heated game. Every call matters.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
No good on that one. And he sinks the second. The Hawks leading. Outside man. Pass to Capella. Here's Buffkin. Still without a bucket. Back to Capella. And it's Capella with the jam.
When they time that play right, Capella is a good man to have on the end of it. He's a strong finisher when he rolls off the screen.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Here's Pippen. Second shot opportunity, and the basket by Aldama.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Niang outside. Here's Buffkin. Misses the three. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. They grab their own miss. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
And even from where we're sitting, you can clearly tell it was a foul.
Memphis shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts of the game. And he makes both free throws. Here's Buffkin. 1:51 left in the third quarter here. Here's Niang. Off target with the 3. Memphis leading. Aldama, the pass to Stevens. Down low. Here's Pippen. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Man, the pass to Capella. And once again, off the mark by Atlanta. Memphis leading by 3. 1:06 left in the third. Pass to Huff. Here's Pippen. He's guarded by man. They set the screen. Launches it. Buffkin with a rebound.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Off target from three-point range. The Grizzlies have gone 4 of 8 in the third. Aldama with it. Now LeVert defending. Here's Kennard. It's picked off. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And now the Grizzlies on the run. And the layup is good off the glass. Pippen's got 5.
And it's energy like that on both ends of the floor that's got them out ahead.
And here's LeVert for 3. Aldama grabs the board.
You wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the glass.
Outside man. Pass to Capella. To snap the cold streak. And that's 2 points on the layup. He has 6.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game thus far. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Trey Young out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's Risache in at the small forward position. So that's the Hawks 5.
The agility, the athleticism. Morant sometimes, I don't know, he just seems unstoppable to me.
Hawks trail by 6. Here's Daniels. Pass to Okongwu. Back to Daniels. To the middle. Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Cutting into this lead. They're well within striking distance.
A stop or 2 in the next minute or so, and they could even this game up. Great job to keep battling.
There's a screen. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
We talk about Jackson's elite shooting for a big, but this is the other thing that he can do when his mindset is to attack.
Young, the pass to Okongwu. Uses the glass on the layup.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for him. Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
Young from long range. Grizzlies with the rebound. Edey's got 5 rebounds in the game.
They are just owning the boards right now.
Jackson for 3. The rebound by Atlanta. Their next game is at Barclays Center in Brooklyn for a game with the Nets. That'll be the first leg of just a 2-game trip for them. Back to Daniels. 3-pointer. Sinks the tray.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
Morant drawing the double team. Here's Wells. Takes it inside. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Grizzlies lead by 5. Here's Bain. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists tonight. Pass to Daniels. Back to Young. Here's Risache. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. Here's Daniels. Drills it from deep. Daniels has got 6 here in the quarter.
And how about Daniels embracing the spotlight? He loves hitting these big-time shots.
Outside Morant. Fires from deep. Oh! Morant sinks the triple.
And I think this hometown crowd is in shock as the visiting squad fires right back with a 3 of their own. Get it, young fella. Dyson Daniels has a lot of tools, showing his hops on that one.
And so it's Morant who brings up the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. It's a 5-point game. And out of bounds, Atlanta will have it. .146 left in the 4th quarter here. Back to Daniels. The 3. The rebound by Jackson. Grizzlies lead by 5. Here's Morant. Cash money. Out of his 14 attempts, he's drained 9 of them.
And if you're wondering what makes Josh so special, it's his ability to take over games all by himself.
Here's Okongwu. Tipped. Pulls it. And out of bounds. Atlanta will have it.
Yeah, a communication breakdown. Two guys thinking in opposite directions. The pass winds up in the stands.
Pass to Daniels. Now here's Okongwu. Defense is right there. There's 57 seconds left to play in the fourth.
Tons of first step quickness from Daniels.
Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. And the dunk by Jackson.
Just an incredible display of power. He attacked the rim with both hands.
Most definitely. That was a thunder dunk. Wow. Puts up a deep three. Wells misses. Here's Atlanta now. They trail by 7. Okongwu. Money. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Oh, and Johnson with a block. Out of bounds as Memphis keeps possession. 27 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. There's Jackson with the 3. Here's Edey. Oh, persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. And the Grizzlies lead by 7. Pass to Okongwu. Johnson for 3. Yes! And now they trail by just 4.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
And so it's the Grizzlies who come out on top here. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them. They had to dig deep to come out on top.
Yeah, you know, some teams might buckle under the pressure towards the end. The crowd was so amped up, such a hostile environment.
Opening day, and what a great day it is. Greg, what are these players feeling as they tip off this new season?
It is always exciting to start a new season. Players are just filled with hope and optimism, especially after putting in all that offseason work.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. DeRozan and Murray slot in at the small and power forward. Zach LaVine is out there with Ellis. And it's Sabonis in at the 5 down low. The kick out to Young. Rebound by Murray. Here's Sabonis. Ellis outside. Now Rizashea. Rejected by Murray.
And that length and timing make Keegan a terrific shot blocker.
And a wide open look here for Ellis. Trains the three-pointer.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Now in the later stages of his career, Greg, DeMar DeRozan continues to be a master from the mid-range.
Kevin, we all know he loves that area of the floor. And what makes him so effective, the footwork. He's so good at backing guys down and creating space to get that jumper off.
And Sacramento has possession. After the basket by Atlanta. DeRozan a screen. And it's Murray with the jam.
Oh, powering that one down. Murray saw a chance to go for it and took it.
Now, here is Young. Okongwu kicks to Young. Launches a 3. It's good from long range.
Well, Trae Young is a tremendous outside shooter with almost limitless range.
Kicks it out to Ellis. Takes it inside. A shot by Sabonis. Nobody around. No good on the 3. Hawks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Daniels. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even.
Well, Daniels has good length, so this close in, he can use that to his advantage.
DeRozan surveying the D. On the wing, Ellis. Kings moving the ball around. Murray kicks to Sabonis. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
And loving the aggression from Sabonis. Going right up for the dunk there. Nice.
Okongwu down low. DeRozan defending. Young pass to Daniels. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Well, Daniels is a tall guard. He can get up with the best of them.
Hey, Greg, one thing that the Kings have had work for them over the last few seasons is their depth.
And have made some shrewd moves to fill out their bench. Got great contributions from their 6 through 10 players. It's been a big part of their recent success.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
The Kings leading. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, Quinn Snyder and I got a chance to talk for a bit. We talked about tackling the quote-unquote Sabonis problem. Coach said, we want to challenge Sabonis as early and often as possible. We'd rather see him pass the ball than find his own shot, and especially inside. Well, they'll try to battle Sabonis in the paint. We'll see how that works out. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Now, here's Sabonis. After the miss from Trae Young. Greg, give us one word to describe Domantas Sabonis on the offensive end.
Kevin, I guess I'd say dominant, but that only scratches the surface. The way Sabonis drops dimes, hits shots, and controls the glass, dominant just doesn't even really begin to say enough.
Young, no good.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
The Kings shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
And this past offseason stand was pivotal for the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, they've been at a crossroads, Kevin, every offseason since their Eastern Conference Finals run in 2021. But after missing out on the playoffs last season, changes seemed inevitable.
Now Murray, after the missed three from Trae Young. Outside, Levine. Knocked away. Shot clock at 5. Ellis dishes to Murray. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Johnson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
2 shots.
That's on Keegan Murray. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. He hits both from the stripe. 12 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Ellis right side for 3. Murray. He doesn't hit that one. And so the first quarter is in the books. The Kings on top. They're up by 5. And the second quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Kings?
Well, I like how they're going right at the defense, creating high-quality looks with that penetration.
And I've really liked how they moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
In the post, it'll be Johnson and Okongwu. Young is out there with Daniels. And it's Rizachet in its small forward. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. Out that one, and the Kings lead has been cut back down to 5 points in the make from Daniels.
Yeah, Young's playmaking is very reliable. He's got impressive vision.
And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here.
Kings ball.
On defense, Atlanta. Left side, DeRozan. And taken away by Johnson. Young from outside. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Their last encounter was in Sacramento.
Yeah, not a fan of moral victories, but that game in a lot of ways was a confidence booster for them because they really didn't have it that night and yet still had a chance.
Yeah, those are the losses you can't worry too much about. You gave it everything you had, just time to move on. Look, that's just great work on the boards. Effort dictates success on the glass more than size.
And then Johnson with the dunk.
A wiry athlete, Jalen Johnson. 2 loud balls.
Murray, good.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Johnson against Murray. Pass to Young. Hey, Stan, as a coach, what was the most difficult part when transitioning from college to the pros?
That's a great question, Kevin, and I think 2 things. Number 1, the length and the pace of the season. You just didn't have the time to prepare for the next game. Everything was sped up. And then, obviously, the talent of the players, so you're trying to game plan and come up with a way to stop guys who are essentially unstoppable.
And there's the whistle, 3-second violation. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for him.
And it's really been a nice trend for him over these last several months. He's been steadily improving in terms of his scoring output. That extra production making him more valuable the further we get along in this season.
Johnson with a screen on Levine. Hits the 3-point bomb. Daniels has got 5 points now in the quarter.
That pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
The Hawks trail by 5. The basket good. Off the assist from Young. Daniels has got 11 points.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And the jam by Levine.
No surprise here. Levine loves pulling up the landing gear.
You know, Stan, as productive as Zach LaVine has been, you get the sense he wants to compete for titles. He wants more than just the individual stuff.
Yeah, and especially, Kevin, at this point in his career, it just hasn't all worked for the teams he's been on yet, but he's still got some time to figure it out.
Yeah, he does. All alone against Sacramento. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Okongwu with it, now guarded by Murray. From deep, Johnson. It's rebounded by Sabonis. Kings leading now by 7. Ellis kicks to Sabonis. DeRozan a screen on Okongwu. Ellis outside, just 4 to shoot. Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
Thunderous stuff there for Murray, showing how explosive he can be.
Johnson finds Young. Fires for 3. Sacramento grabs the miss. Sabonis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. Young from outside. The shot's good on the assist by Daniel. Young's got his 2nd basket of the night.
Well, Young's got the green light off the catch there and everywhere else.
15 seconds left in the first half of the game. DeRozan against Johnson. Good on the shot. DeRozan's got 6.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
For 3, Murray, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Sacramento with their lead standing at. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The Kings.
Well, they've been the more measured team, passing up good shots for great ones.
Yeah, they've been aggressive, but also disciplined.
And guys, let's take a moment to recognize the top performer. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Keegan Murray. He's been playing very well.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
On the court right now for the Kings. Carter out there with Monk. Then it's Trey Lyons. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. And it's LaRavia in at the 3. Back to man. Pass to Bufkin. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Niang. A 3-pointer off the mark. Kings leading now by 8. What a unique resume for Coach Quinn Snyder. Stan, he's coached in college. He's been overseas as a head coach. He's been in the G League, and now he is back in the NBA.
Yeah, and this guy's just a great coach. He's had teams that perform well at both ends of the floor. He's won everywhere he's been, and he's the only NBA coach I know of that's got a law degree on top of it.
So he's smart and he can coach. Oh, and by the way, he had a pretty good mentor in college, didn't he?
He certainly did. Well, when you watch Valanciunas now, the thing that stands out most is the rebounding. On a per-minute basis, he's still one of the best in the league.
Here's Monk, and then Monk with the dunk.
Oh, taking it to the rack.
with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Solid work at the line a season ago. 83% on his opportunities.
LeVert with it. Still yet to score. Jacks up a three. A three-pointer is right on target.
From range, LeVert's one of those guys you have to respect his shot. He makes enough from beyond where you have to honor.
The Hawks trail by 7. Pass to Niang. Back to LeVert. Carter pulls it in.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
And it's LaRavia missing. For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Three-pointer, LeVert, and Valanciunas pulls it down. Kings leading now by 7. The shot by Carter, nobody around. Sacramento again missing. And so it's Capella who brings up the ball for Atlanta. So it's off to Brooklyn after this game as they have the next to look forward to. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip.
And just so good at reading angles. When LeVert spots a lane to the rim, he is all over it. And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
And it's LeVert missing. Sacramento's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Monk. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And now a 9-point Kings lead.
Anytime Monk gets room to shoot, especially inside, he's such a crafty guard who you want to see pulling the trigger from inside.
Pass to Man. There's the triple. Carter pulls it in.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
And that one's good, LaRavia.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting them.
Screen by Niang. Man, top of the key jumper, no good.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Valanciunas passes to LaRavia. Tries the spin move. Here's Valanciunas. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The Hawks trail by 11. Here's Buffkin. Nothing on the board. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Carter with it and guarded by Capella. And here's Carter. Pass to Wiles. Monk outside. The three. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got 5 rebounds tonight. Now LeVert trying to end the drought. Hits it from 3-point range. LeVert's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Hawks. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Monk. Rebound by the Hawks. Capella's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Buffkin. And here is Capella. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
The third quarter comes to a close. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammates.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. The front court is Rizuche. and Johnson. Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's Capella in at the center. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
A big who lives inside. Capella knows he's a center. He knows he makes his living off scoring close in against that good D.
Pass to Levine. And the three off target. The Hawks trailing. Here's Young. And he hits it to tie the game up. Young's got 4 points in the quarter.
You can see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
Yeah, they're in this one. They have some momentum on their side, and they just need to keep up the intensity.
Here's Sabonis. Here's DeRozan. Rebound by Johnson. The Hawks have gotten all three of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Johnson's got the lead up to 2 now for the Hawks.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
He's been very reliable tonight. Not wasting any chances, really using his head.
The kick out to Young. Back to Johnson. Johnson with a screen on DeRozan. And there's Johnson. That's good. On the assist by Rizashe.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And that's just an outstanding job by Levine to take advantage of the situation and force the defender to overcommit.
The Hawks making a switch here. Okongwu's checked in. The Hawks have gotten every shot they've taken so far in the fourth quarter to go win. That's 5 in a row to start the quarter. Ellis against Young. Here's Daniels. The shot comes out. Nice D from Sabonis. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And Levine throws it down.
Those are huge points from Levine. Stepping up.
Doubled by Sabonis. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
That's a jump ball.
Johnson dishes to Young. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Young's got it all tied up now for the Hawks.
This is why people are just so high on Young, because he comes through with big shots in the game.
Sabonis sets the pick for Murray. Timeout, Kings.
And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
Well, as a coach, you want to cover just 1 or 2 major points. That way guys can absorb it and go out and execute.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
During that break, Sacramento's coach had some words for the team. He told them he liked the way they were working, but he said you have to really get after it. All we need is a couple of stops. Keep your focus. We'll see if they can close it out. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Here's Johnson. Drops in the layup for 2. 10 points for Jalen Johnson.
Well, Trae Young is one of the most gifted playmakers we have in the game.
Ellis kicks to Sabonis. .135 left to play here in the fourth. Clock at 6. Outside, Levine. Here's DeRozan. Great touch on the 16-footer.
Well, DeRozan can handle any situation. The pressure is a non-issue.
After Rizashe. Back to Young. Rizashe with it. Okongwu trying to break free. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And this kid, Rizashe, is a team-first kind of player, willing to give it up to the open man. And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring zone for the Hawks.
Well, you've got to like that they're not settling. They're attacking the defense on the drive and creating great looks.
And the other thing you notice is how committed they've been to playing with the pass, constantly moving that ball from one side to the other.
Sacramento with the ball.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
And stolen by Murray. Ellis outside. Just 5 to shoot. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. Rizachet with the steal. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. To the middle. It falls!
And that was so clutch. I mean, they're in front by the slimmest of margins, in need of a stop right here.
Ellis, the pass to Sabonis. DeRozan inside.
Well, that's what you're looking for. Shots from point-blank range.
Now Okongwu, stolen by Ellis. And so it's Sacramento who scrape by with the win. They break the hearts of everyone. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. With Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin.
Graham. Every team with an equal chance to do something special.
Oh, B.A., that's the way these teams look at it. Regardless how your previous season went, you have a chance to do something special, something great. Time to start fresh and build on that optimism.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. DeRozan and Murray in at the forward spots. Then the
Get up to throw down.
That's the sauce right there. I mean, every night, LaVine approaches the rim like it's a dunk contest.
It's DeRozan with a drive. Out to Sabonis. The three is up. Who poked away and stolen by Jackson. Wells, the pass to Bane. Over Murray. Ooh, the Grizzlies with another miss.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
DeRozan finds LaVine. Murray with it to the paint. Stolen. Pass to Bane. Here's Wells. The teardrop. It doesn't go for him. Nice D from Sabonis.
That's 0 for 4 now. Time to slow it down and maybe get the best possible shot the next time down.
Outside Murray. And now the Grizzlies on the run. Here's Morant. And the shot goes.
Well, that's a healthy make there after missing their first 4 shots. 1 of 5, not what they wanted, but they're on the board.
Well, Grant, in the spring of 2024, a remarkable streak ended. Domantas Sabonis had recorded 61 consecutive double-doubles.
Yeah, it was the longest streak since the merger back in 1976. Now, Sabonis has led the NBA in rebounding multiple years. Plus, he has averaged 8 assists in a season, so that is big-time production.
4 on the clock. Murray for 3, and the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
And here's Morant. He played a great game against Charlotte. Pass to Jackson. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Sabonis. Sacramento has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Bane against LaVine. Puts it up from 12. And once again, off the mark by Sacramento. For Memphis, they've gone only 1 of 6 so far. Jackson, left side. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. LaVine's got 5 now.
He had to get it away, and he did. LaVine with the quick release.
And then Morant with the dunk.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Kicks it to DeRozan. Lets the 3 fly. Ja Morant grabs a miss. And so Morant will bring it up for the Grizzlies. Wells, the pass to Jackson. Here's the 3. The putback. It's rebounded by Sabonis. The Kings leading. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian, one nickname you hear for DeMar DeRozan is the lone mid-ranger. He said you can operate freely in the mid-range. It's like an ocean out there. If you're smart, you can take advantage of the space and pick teams apart. Brian?
He's an expert tactician working in between. Thanks, Allie. Kicks it to DeRozan. The 3. Cleared away by Wells. Here's Morant. And that one drops. He has 6. The Kings have gone only 2 of 6 from the field. Murray passes to Sabonis. And Sabonis slams it in.
And Sabonis getting his entire body up that time for the jam.
Here's Morant. Soft touch off the glass.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
There's 39 seconds left to play in the first. Pass to Levine. Three-pointer. And from the field after that one, 3 for 4 now.
And we've watched it for years, the floor stretching ability of Levine.
Here's Wells. He's covered by Levine. Jackson against Murray. Jackson with it. Coming in off a 14-point game last time out. And here's Morant outside. Morant missing again.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Ellis, good.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
From behind the arc. No good that time. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Sacramento on top, up by 4. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And taking a look at Sacramento's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Bain. Edey out there with Jaren Jackson. And it's Wells in at the small forward position. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter.
And what a jam by Bain, using his hops to do some damage at the rim.
Shot by Levine, no good. Memphis trailing here. And the Kings have held tough. But it seems like the West has gotten tougher, Grant. The skill, the grace, Morant.
Oh, putting on a show for the fans. Morant's skills making it look like a circus in here.
Back to DeRozan. There's the triple. The rebound by Edey. And the Grizzlies shooting only 38% from the floor. Not great. And then Morant with the jam.
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Morant with it, picked up by DeRozan. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
For Sacramento, they've gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. Here's Ellis. Here's Levine for 3. The three-pointer is good from Levine.
First 3 of the quarter and third overall, guys. The defense might want to step up just a little bit on him from this point on.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
And that's a foul called on Domantas Sabonis. That's his first foul. Now here's Morant. Tight defense on him. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. No good with a layup. The Kings lead by 3. Levine surveys the D. And Grant, we know the importance of the veteran leaders on the team, but not every vet wants to accept a mentorship role.
Very true, B.A. In your later years, that role becomes a blend of playing and kind of coaching. Not everyone is cut out for that.
Morant with it, and Sabonis picks him up defensively, and he gets it to go.
Getting better at reading defenses. You see Morant's willingness to give up the ball to his teammates.
Here's DeRozan. Muscling it home, DeRozan.
And they found a nice flow offensively here in the second period.
From deep, Morant nails it from beyond the arc. Morant's got 15 points.
It was a rough start for them scoring the ball, but they look like now they're really finding their rhythm and flow.
Ellis passes to DeRozan. On the wing, Levine. Good, and it's DeRozan who picks up the assist. DeRozan's got 3 assists tonight.
In today's NBA, you have to stretch the floor if you want to win. They have loads of confidence from three-point land right now. Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Bain, no good. The Kings lead by 3. When we talk about the top players in the league, Brent, Domantas Sabonis can get overlooked.
You wonder if the record was a little bit better last year for the Kings, where he might have finished in the MVP voting, because this guy led the league in rebounding, and he put up 8 assists per game. So top 10 in MVP, that could have moved up a little bit with a winning record. He is a legitimate star at his position.
Ja steps on the gas. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
And that's Morant for you, not settling. When he sees the opening, he goes for it.
Levine. He's off on that one. Oh, and Jackson with the defensive effort. Now here's Morant. He's covered closely. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And one thing that Morant has always been elite at, finding a seam in a defense and getting to the rim, Grant.
Yeah, any crack allows him to get inside. And as good as anyone at splitting a double, which he sees a lot of, so once inside, he can finish with authority or kick it out to a shooter. These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
35 seconds left in the second. Sabonis, the pass to Murray. Here comes Murray.
And as a defender, Bain makes good use of his speed, staying on the shooter.
Pass to Wells, inside. And that one's good. Morant's got 22 points.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Levine can't cash it in from close range. Right side, Morant. Morant elevates at the rim.
I think it's time to put multiple bodies on him.
He's made 1 and missed 1 so far at the line. The free throw drops for Morant. DeRozan outside. That one falls. Nice feed from Sabonis. DeRozan's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Memphis ahead, leading by 1. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
I think for Memphis, you really get to see what they're made of after your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have big changes, and then you have subtle changes.
Changing gears now. Fellas, we need to talk about how dominant Ja Morant looked in that first half.
His performance in the first.
And that'll do it for us.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
On the court for Sacramento, we've got Jonas Valanciunas. Malik Monk is out there with Trey Lyles. And it's Carter in at the 1 spot. Pippen, pass to Huff. Kennard for 3. Tips it. Now here's Carter. Valanciunas down low. To the wing, right side. Lyles, the pass to Arabia. Back to Lyles. Pass to Valanciunas. Valanciunas sets a screen. Here's Lyles. Just 5 on the clock. Monk, he's open. And another basket for Sacramento.
Well, off a nice pass, Monk delivers.
Here's Pippen. He's checked by Carter. That one falls.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Carter with it, and it's Aldama picking him up. Off target from outside. The Grizzlies have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Here's Pippen. Pass to Huff. Rebound by Sacramento.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Here's Monk. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. He'll go on Luke Kennard.
Monk usually solid here.
And the second free throw is good.
They come away with the lead, but I'm sure he's kicking himself over that last miss.
Here's Pippen. He's checked by Carter. Pippen, pass to Aldama. Here's Pippen. Picked by Aldama. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take two free throws. Memphis shooting their fourth and fifth shots at the foul line in this game. He's off on the second.
And shaking his head moment there. Had a chance to put them out in front, but at least they're tied up.
Pass to LaRavia, and here's Valanciunas. Monk passes to Lyles. Now Valanciunas. It's Monk on the wing. He got a piece of it. And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here. Here's Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas. For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. And again, it's Memphis missing. And so Monk will bring it up for the Kings. The lead is 2. Pass to LaRavia. Back to Monk. For 3. Buries it from 3. Monk's got 6 here in the quarter.
And that's the shot Monk is looking for, and he drills it.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Kennard against Monk. Here's Pippen. 1:51 left to play in the third quarter. Aldama, the pass to Huff. Shoots over Valanciunas.
And just to contest, a big man like Valanciunas putting a hand up makes that shot incredibly difficult.
Here's Carter. And he banks in the layup. Now it's a 7-point Kings lead.
Time and time again, they're creating good looks from close range.
On the take to halt the run. Nice shot by Stevens. Stevens has gotten his first bucket of the night. Sacramento has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Carter banked it in off the glass.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
For Memphis, they've gotten just 3 of 8 shots to go in the third quarter. With the drive. Valanciunas with a rebound. Valanciunas has got 4 rebounds in the game. Carter, the pass to Lyles. Now here's Valanciunas. Back to Carter. Out left to the wing. Clock at 6. To the inside. Here's Lyles. 17-foot shot on the way. Aldama grabs the board. Grizzlies trail by 7. Here's Stevens. And the 3 off target.
If they just continue to dominate the boards.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Monk for 3. And the three-pointer goes. Monk's got 9 points now in the second half.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
It could go. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's Sacramento earning this break in the act. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, or you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Payne. Jackson out there with Edey, and it's Wells in at the 3. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Murray from outside knocks down the long J. Murray's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Pass to Wells. Morant against Murray. Here's Wells. Sends it home from 3-point land.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Levine passes to Murray. Outside for Levine. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for 1 more. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Kings.
Well, the coaching staff has to love what they're seeing on offense. There's so many assists because how this team is moving the ball.
Well, the 3-point shot has been absolutely huge for them this entire game. And let's be honest, you have to knock down threes to win games these days.
DeRozan passes to Ellis. Yes, great play by DeRozan to set him up. DeRozan's got his 4th assist in this one.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Here's Morant. Jump shot is good. Morant's got 27 points.
And tearing them to shreds tonight. You know, when a player as versatile as Morant starts going off, look out.
Here he goes. Levine against Jackson. Score it. 13 shots, 9 makes. Solid.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Doesn't go that time. Sabonis with some nice D.
So far, rebounding has been a big factor tonight.
Yep, that one goes.
This is a talent Levine is constantly developing. His assist numbers just keep improving.
Pass to Payne from outside the arc. Here's Wells. And it's off from 3-point range. The Kings lead by 16. Sabonis looking over the floor. The Kings call timeout. And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Zach LaVine.
What an unbelievable offensive performance from him tonight. I mean, it's been crazy fun to watch him just go off. I mean, the defense had no chance. He just kept scoring over and over again.
You know, some guys aren't the same player on the road. Not this guy. He loves sticking it to an opposing crowd, and it only adds fuel to his fire. Sabonis' shot is off. For Memphis, they've gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the 4th. And so they foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Over to the wing. Back to Jackson. From deep, Payne.
Love the effort from DeMar DeRozan, making things tough on the shooter.
On the wing, Murray. Out to Sabonis. Just 5 to shoot. And he converts the layup. And the Kings lead by 18.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Wells, the pass to Morant. Jackson, left side. Back to Morant. Over Sabonis. And again, it's Memphis missing. And it's the Kings ball. They're on a 13-5 run.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Kings.
I was really impressed with their attitude today, Grant. Competitive game, they battled through every step of the way.
And B.A., can you say big-time effort and energy? I mean, just a tremendous performance They were well deserving of this win.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And with this victory, they conclude this season series, having won 3 out of 4 games these two teams played.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Zach LaVine.
He was just everywhere for them on both ends, really, just showing a lot of aggressiveness and intensity.
The three from Bain. He drops it from range. Morant against DeRozan. And that one's good.
And they came in here with some attitude, and it brought out their best play.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Back to Bain. Intercepted. DeRozan deciding where to go with it. Here's Ellis. Gets the three to fall. And the Kings lead by 16. So no problem for Sacramento as they get the win. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was an enemy territory.
possession is tipped off. Richard, how important is it to get things off to a good start?
I'd say it's fairly important, but this is a long season, Kevin. It's about sustaining a high level of play consistently.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. In the post, it'll be Johnson and Okongwu. Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's Reza Shea in at the small forward position. And then Morant slams it in.
Ooh, as usual, Morant bringing down the house.
Jackson against Johnson. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Yeah, that's a good way to start the game. Nice inside bucket right there.
Morant against Okongwu. And Morant throws it down.
Okay, I see you, John, flexing a little bit of muscle, showing off that athletic ability. Okay.
Here's Young. It's deflected. One-on-one here. Here's Bain. And it's Reza Shea with the rebound.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
And Reza Shea, the prototypical size and skill for a wingman.
Yeah, he's got some jelly to his game. Handle, touch. At his size, that becomes very tough to contain.
Too open that time. Made it look too easy.
Oh, man, just a big response from Bain.
Johnson kicks to Okongwu. Puts it up from 12. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk with Memphis' head coach. Now, I asked him about trying to slow down Trae Young, and the coach said you have to get the ball out of his hands. He can hurt you with the pass and with his shot. I'm not going to be surprised if you see them blitzing and doubling him a good portion of the game. Back to you.
All right, David, thanks. The shot by Wells, no good. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Young pass to Okongwu. That's in, coming off the assist from Young.
What a play by Young. Out of that pick and roll, does a great job with his decision making.
Here's Morant, and finished off by Morant.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
And Okongwu slams it in.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Here's Morant. And it's Daniels with the rebound. The Hawks have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Reza Shea in the corner. His 3-pointers off the mark. Memphis leading. And you look at the Grizzlies defense the last few years, RJ extremely disruptive.
Yeah, they've been top of the league in steals and blocks. That's just a part of the DNA in Memphis. It can be exhausting playing against guys like this.
6 to shoot. And it's Morant missing.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Back to Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
And how about the find by Trae, making sure he keeps his teammates involved.
Now here's Morant. He's covered by Daniels. Fires the 3. And Ja Morant gets the 3. Morant's got 11 points.
He is getting it done on the offensive end. 5 buckets through 7 shots.
Daniels passes to Johnson. 46 seconds left in the first. And the rejection by Jackson. And it's blocked. Here's Reza Shea. Hasn't made one yet. And here's Young from the arc. Drills it from outside.
And easy to admire Young's confidence. Knows he has the ability to drain it from way outside.
Now here's Morant. 11 points in the game.
and leave it up to Morant to put on a show. What a spectacular dunk.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. They trail by 3. Okongwu with a screen on Bain. Okongwu kicks to Daniels. Young for 3. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Young's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Guy's just ridiculous. He's just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Some great action here early as we end the first quarter. Clark and the tie. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And for Memphis, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
You can't overstate how much interior defense can shape the game. They have a distinct advantage there, and they have turned it into a lead.
Morant is the point with Bain out on the wing. Jackson is out there with Wells, and it's Edey in at the 5. Roam in the paint. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here.
And taking a look at some stats here for Daniels. Last season's performance for him. Last season, he averaged 6 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Not bad numbers, but for a player of his talent, you have to think he can do more.
Yeah, there's no doubt he has been inconsistent, which is unusual for him. But when he turns it back around, boy, you better watch out.
Grizzlies have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. You love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you. The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Jackson misses.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And Rizachet, the bucket on the assist by Johnson. Rizachet's got the lead up to 6 now for the Hawks. Memphis has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Grant, Wells kicks to Bain. Jackson setting the pick here for Bain. With the drive and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Putting the pedal to the metal, Bain rushes in to find a bucket.
Johnson, the pass to Young. Rebounded by Jackson. For Memphis, they've gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. Pass to Edey. Memphis moving it around. Back to Jackson. 3-pointer. Sinks the triple. Now just a 1-point Hawks lead.
Showing he can make this shot. Give Jackson Jr. room to take the triple. Oh, and he will.
Daniels from outside. Edey with the rebound. Edey's got 4 rebounds in this game. Whoops, they pick off the pass. And Okongwu has it in the corner. That's tipped, and he recovers it. Back to Daniels. Shot clock at 6. Young way outside. The Hawks again can't hit.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistent.
Now here's Jackson. Last game out, he had 14. Here's Edey. To the left wing. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And we've got a moment now to look at the highest scoring teams in the NBA from last season. Number 5, the Hawks.
I just loved how this team attacked their opponents. You could see their confidence grow as the year went on, and the points really started to pile up.
Johnson kicks to Young. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Atlanta?
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
Also, they're getting into the teeth of the defense. Points in the paint, something coaches always love to see.
Here's Ricochet. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
I like the movement from the rookie, Zachary Ricochet.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. 1:11 left to play in the first half. Morant with it. Okongwu covering. And it's Morant missing. The Hawks leading by 5. Young for 3. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Daniels has got his 3rd assist on the night. Morant outside. Wells in the corner. Shot to stop the run, and the layup by Jackson. Jackson's got 5 points so far.
A tough cover. Jackson has a ton of post work. He can go over either shoulder or face up.
Here's Johnson. Plays it up and banks it in.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
Now Young. Following the miss by John Morant from deep. Back to Young. Takes a 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, and you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
A 3 from Morant. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're shooting the ball so well. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of action following halftime.
You know, right now for the Hawks, like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah, and going back now to that first half, you could say things are going extremely well for the Atlanta Hawks. And that's all for us.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
Always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
So with Johnson sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. They've got Clint Capella. Terrence Mann is out there with George Niang. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Puffkin in at point guard. Here's Capella. It's hauled in by Huff. The Grizzlies trail by 11. Here's Stevens. Offline with his 3. Atlanta's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. LeVert with a wide open look. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. And for the Grizzlies, they're shooting about 42% so far. Pass to Aldama.
Right here.
There's a screen by Aldama. And it's Pippen with the jam.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
And they need more where that came from. They're not out of this hole yet.
Kennard for 3. Traps in the tray. Kennard's got 5 points now in the quarter. RJ, one league rule that has gotten a lot of attention. Carrying the basketball.
Oh, these guys carry the ball at a ridiculous rate. Even Allen Iverson used to do it, and then eventually he took it out of his game. But yeah, the referees could clean it up a little bit, I'll be honest.
Doesn't get any easier than this. Capella's work ethic is what allows him to get those dunks.
Pippen finds Kennard. The shot's good on the assist by Pippen. Kennard's got 8.
And an excellent start to the second half. Only missed one shot in their first 5.
Pass to man. To the inside. Niang, that's good. Niang's got his first bucket of the night.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Kennard, the pass to Pippen. Down low. And Aldama slams it in.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
But it took them a little while to get there. Just goes to show, as long as you persevere, you'll figure your way out.
LeVert against Kennard. Here's Niang. Knocks down the 3 ball. Niang's got his second bucket of the night.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Pippen feeling it out a bit. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Hawks leading by 7. Niang with the ball. 5 points in the game. Back to LeVert. Pass to Niang. Another 3 for Atlanta.
3 points.
1:35 left to play in the third. Pulls up on the wing. Now Pippen. Here he goes. And Pippen slams it in.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
And they need more where that came from. They're not out of this hole yet.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's gonna put his foot on the pedal.
Here's Aldama. Again, Memphis.
And that field goal percentage climbing now above 50%. They look like a different team here in the second half.
And it's LeVert missing. The Grizzlies trail by 8. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. And so it's Capella who brings up the ball for Atlanta. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Shoots the 3. And it's LeVert missing.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break a mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
Atlanta leading by 8. Aston Niang. For 3. Drills the three-pointer. Niang's got 11.
He can run hot or he can run cold, but no doubt about which way he's running tonight. There is steam coming off that back row. Honestly, if you're the defense, you should be ashamed not coming up with a steal on that pass.
5 seconds left in the third quarter. Young for 3. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Atlanta holding on to an 11-point. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big men in the league today than we've ever seen.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Jackson is out there with Edey. And it's Wells in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Young, no good. The Grizzlies trail by 13. Payne for 3. Good on the three-point shot.
There's just no hesitation from 3 for Bane. He is trigger happy out there at all times.
Shea. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And for the Grizzlies, they're shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that. And stolen by Okongwu. Here's Daniels. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Hawks.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
And they've also not only created turnovers tonight, but converted on them. All game long, that strategy has been paying off.
He's earning his keep offensively, a key part of their winning effort at this point.
Morant looking around. Lets it go with a three. And another field goal in this total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
It's been all about Ja tonight. Can score in so many different ways.
From the arc to the left side wing. Johnson kicks to Young. That one falls, coming off Johnson's feet. Johnson's got 5 assists in the game.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Here's he, and he jams it with authority.
Just no chance there for the defense. Major size disadvantage. He's got no business trying to stop that slam. Just get out of the way.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Here is Daniels, guarded by Bain. Young passes to Daniels. Here's Johnson. He takes it in, and the slam dunk by Johnson.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Jackson finds Morant. To the wing on the left. Now Jackson, defended by Young. Jackson misses. The Hawks leading by 12. On the wing, Johnson. A 3-ball. And Bain pulls it down. Memphis has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. And it's Morant missing. Atlanta's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. And Morant throws it down.
And if you're wondering what makes Ja so special, it's his ability to take over games all by himself.
Three-pointer, Daniels. The Hawks again can't hit. For Memphis, they've gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And the first of 2, no good, heartbreaker.
The explosiveness of Morant is just incredible. His motor and work ethic are both tremendous as well.
Daniels with it, now guarded by Wells. Offensive rebound, pass to Johnson. Here's Rizachet. That's good, and Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got 6 assists here tonight.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there.
In an era where so many point guards are three-point shooters, Ja Morant, you know what? This man is built different. He's more of a throwback. Ja wants to apply pressure by driving, not shooting threes.
Daniels, no good.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
All road wins. They're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
And it's Jalen Johnson with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Now, here's Morant for 3. Rebound by the Hawks. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. From deep, Johnson buries it from three-point range.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that.
Whoa, look out! Goodness. Look out!
Well, okay, I see you.
The clock now can just run out for the Hawks. Pass to Rizachet. Here's Okongwu. A three-pointer, no good. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Richard.
words in all of sports, opening day.
Absolutely, Brian. Everybody's undefeated, everybody's optimistic, and everybody is eager to get going, whether you're playing or the guy on the sidelines drawing up plays.
Now the opening lineup for Atlanta. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Dyson Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's Ricochet in at the 3. Here's Ellis. Kicks it to DeRozan. Outside Levine. Here's Ellis. 6 to shoot. Rejected by Okongwu. Here's Daniels, defended by DeRozan. Johnson a screen on Murray. Here's Ricochet. That one drops for him.
It's always good to see Ricochet mixing it up down low.
And it's Sacramento's ball. 4-point game. Last time they faced off, it was right here at home where they couldn't get it done.
And it was just a strange loss. They were far from their best, but still managed to keep it close.
Yeah, and those are the type of losses that kept me up late at night. They were 1-2 plays away. You think about every possibility just to get 1 or 2 more buckets.
From deep, Johnson sinks it from distance. Johnson's got 5.
Quick attack there by Johnson so that the defense has little time to react to him getting the ball.
Ellis, good.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
A nice shot by Young.
Well, look, because of his shooting ability, you have to get up on Young, but then that makes it even easier for him to blow by you.
Now here's Murray. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Timeout called. Sacramento. Well, Coach, we know how good Young is offensively, but he gets heavy criticism for his defense.
Yeah, look, and at 6'1", 164 pounds, he has some obvious limitations, Brian, but he's shown improved effort as a defender, and it shows in his defensive rating.
And you have to have that scoring ability on the floor. Now here's Sabonis. He's coming off a 13-point game against Denver.
Yeah, and he also put in major work on the board. Just an all-around dominant performance.
Here's Johnson. Sacramento getting their last shot to go. Here's Okongwu driving inside, and he elevates for the dunk. Domantas Sabonis on the wrong end of that one.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, B.A.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Now here's Levine. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Denver.
Well, Levine is a volume three-point shooter for a reason. More often than not, he's going to make that.
Young. And he got the whistle on the... And they're not happy with the call here. Coach has given the signal. He's going to use his challenge. Probably a good idea in such a close contest.
2 shots. After review, the play is under video review under NBA rules. The officials will
still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And right here, the 2K leaderboard shows us which teams made the most of their second chance opportunities last year. The 4th spot held by the Hawks.
Second chance points were crucial to their offensive production, so they worked to maximize that strength.
Free throws good. Young will grant the Kings one of those up-and-coming teams that are knocking at the door.
Yeah, they have some stars, B.A. They have some great role players, too. Part of their problem is they're in the Western Conference. It's so hard to just make the play-in tournament in that conference.
Murray passes to Sabonis. Now here's DeRozan. Can't hit from in close.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Jalen Johnson is developing the complete game. He said, I watch the guys who do everything. That's my mindset. I want to be at least solid in every department and then keep building on that, adding bits and pieces here and there. Brian, his versatility is already drawing attention league-wide.
Yeah, there's no question about that, Allie. Thank you. Now here's DeRozan, coming off a 22-point game against Denver. There's the drive, and the dunk by DeRozan.
Oh, yeah, don't let his age fool you. DeRozan is still an explosive athlete.
Here's a Kongwu. Rebound by Sacramento. We've got 1:08 left in the first quarter here. Pass to Ellis. From the baseline, it's stolen away. And there's the whistle. And I think that was a clear path foul there. Yep, the offense will get one shot at the line and retain possession. Atlanta shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. And you watch Dyson Daniels on the floor, Coach. He's everywhere on defense.
Yeah, Brian, he's one of the best guys disrupting offenses and getting deflections. He gets his hands in passing lanes. Effort like that will always find minutes.
Young, the pass to Okongwu. Count that bucket.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flow and rhythm to their offense.
Now here's Levine. Oh, and the jam by Levine.
Well, that was impressive. There are only a few players in the league who can pull that off.
Murray against Johnson. Young, the pass to Daniels. To the middle. Here's Johnson. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist. Johnson's got 7.
Well, Young is so good in that pick and roll. He knows what the defense is going to do and then just sets up his team.
A dynamic finish, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite them.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead, just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And I've also liked how they've attacked the opposition off of turnovers. I mean, just making them pay for every mistake out there.
DeRozan and Murray in at the forward spots. Then it's Domantas Sabonis. Then there's Zach LaVine. And it's Ellis in at the point. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Kings. Ellis, good. And we all know about Stan the analyst and Stan the coach. But when you played in college, what was your game like, Stan?
Hey, Brian, I had the game that would get you beat as a coach. I will say my greatest strength was this. I was never once accused of overpassing.
The black hole. That is Stan Van Gundy. Just 4 to shoot. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
A wiry athlete, Jalen Johnson. 2 loud points.
And here's a look now at the last few months of assist numbers for Malik Monk.
One aspect of his game that suffered the past few months, passing the basketball. He hasn't shown that same creativity that we've seen from him earlier in the year, and his assists are down.
The pull-up. Misses off the right iron. Atlanta leading by 7. Johnson with it. Picked up by DeRozan. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Showcasing his athleticism. Plays like this are why you got to be excited about Risa Shea's future in this league.
Ellis passes to Levine. Pass to Murray. And it's Murray with the big finish.
Yeah, just a solid play by Murray. He knows where to get his shots.
The Hawks have gone 3 of 3 to begin the second. Daniels passes to Okongwu. And he finishes. That makes him 4 out of 5.
And you know Coach loves seeing his offense operate at this level. Great passing out there.
Oh, and Johnson with a block. The three from Rizashea. The rebound by Murray. Kings trail by 9 and pick 20th back in 2021. Jalen Johnson might end up being the steal of that draft, Coach.
Well, look, Brian, when we see guys take a big jump like Johnson has, it's usually because they have shot the ball better like he has. He's really blossomed during his third year and still has plenty of room to grow.
Really good passing wing. Rizashea isn't a ball stopper. He really looks for his teammates. They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Pass to Rizashea. And here is Young. Here's a Kongwu. It's rebounded by Sabonis. There's a minute 54 left in the second period. Murray for three. The rebound by Atlanta.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's a Kongwu driving in. Yep, that one's good. A Kongwu's got 6 points in the quarter.
They're playing great team basketball. It's good movement and sharp, crisp passing.
Good.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finding his offense.
Pass to Daniels from the arc. The three is up. Hauled in by the Kings. Sabonis has got 4 rebounds in the game. DeRozan outside. 1:05 left in the first half. And Sabonis slams it in.
Oh, the guy is a monster around the rim. Now, if Sabonis is in close, he's going right for it.
Outside Johnson. Launches a three. Hey, he's now 6 for 6. He is cooking right now.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. Must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Here's Daniels. There's the drive.
Tons of first step quickness from Daniels.
Kings trail by 12. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Ellis, good.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Outside Johnson. Pass to Rizashea. Young from long range. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Sabonis has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Ellis driving to the basket. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Ellis has got 7 points for the quarter.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
There's Young with the three. The shot, no good. The clock runs out, and we are headed to halftime. The Hawks on top, up by 7. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie. Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket.
I think for Atlanta, you really get to see what they're made of after your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have big.
And turning our attention to the first half of our game tonight, bit of a tough start for the Kings.
Where's the intent?
And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. One guy who's been getting it done is Jalen Johnson.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room because you're right. He's the problem right now.
On the court for the Hawks, Terrence Mann is out there with George Niang. Then it's Karis LeVert. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Bufkin in at the point guard position. Monk with it, and Capella picks him up defensively. 5 on the clock. Valanciunas. Here's Lyles. Capella with a rebound.
Well, the defense just gave him that shot, and he wasn't able to convert. Very disappointing.
Took the opportunity when he saw it. Man's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Yep, count it.
And clearly he needs no time to warm up.
Atlanta leading by 8. About a minute played here in the second half. LeVert passes to Niang. Back to LeVert. Pass to Man. 6 on the shot clock. And the Hawks with another 3.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
And the Kings shooting continues to impress. 65% from the field. Here's Capella. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And the Hawks lead by 13.
Yeah, very hot start out of halftime. Making their first 3 shots, getting the looks that they want, and knocking them down.
Pass to Man. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. Here's LeVert.
Only their first miss in 4 attempts. It's been a great start to the half.
Carter, the pass to Monk. Here's Laravia. Second chance shot. He takes a big high bounce and goes in. Laravia's got his first points of the night. The Hawks lead by 11. Niang outside. Capella screen on Monk. Niang, the pass to LeVert. There's the triple. Buffkin, no good. For Sacramento, they've gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Down low. Pass to Valanciunas. Outside Monk. Oh, the teardrop falls in. Monk's got 4 points now in the quarter. Stan, your coaching career started in the 1980s. How are players different today versus then?
Well, look, players have always shared one thing. They want to be the best that they can be, and they want to win games. But the players now are bigger, faster, stronger, and more skilled. The rules have changed, so the game's a little bit less physical, particularly at the NBA level, but the players are just better.
The Hawks have gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. Here's Buffkin. LeVert outside. Fires from deep. Knocks it down from distance. And the Hawks lead by 15.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Man misses. And so it's Carter who brings up the ball for the Sacramento Kings. Sacramento again missing. Here's Atlanta with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Outside Monk from deep. On target from range. Monk's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
58 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Capella. Rebounded by Lyles. Lyles has got 5 rebounds in the game. Laravia passes to Valanciunas. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jonas Valanciunas. That's his first foul of the game.
And great job to establish position and square up.
And it's a completely new group for the Kings. Atlanta leading by 12. Young looking around. Pass to Daniels. Here's Rizachet. Outside Young. Daniels passes to Johnson. Rebound by Sacramento. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Right side Murray. Rejected. Johnson inside. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Murray up top. Murray takes flight.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. And so it's Atlanta up 15 points as this quarter concludes. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. The duo inside, it's Murray and Sabonis. Then it's DeMar DeRozan. Then there's Zach LaVine, and it's Ellis in at the 1 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. LaVine. And LaVine, throw it down.
That's the sauce right there. I mean, every night, LaVine approaches the rim like it's a dunk contest.
And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
Shot's good by Sabonis.
Look how confident Sabonis can be, acting without hesitation and getting it to go.
To the wing on the left. Outside Young, pass to Rizachet. Okongwu with it. And give him another one. He's 6 of 8 and looking solid.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Oh, he picked him clean. It's an even 3-on-3 break. Johnson for 3. No luck on that one.
Well, he had 6 points from beyond the arc in the first half, but yet to get it going here in the second.
LaVine passes to Ellis. Back to LaVine. Again, the Kings score.
LaVine getting quick with it that time, changing it up.
Atlanta leading by 12. Daniels, that one's true.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Ellis passes to Murray. Uneasy, too, on the layup.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
Atlanta's got 7 of their 16 three-point attempts to go in. Daniels misses. Sacramento has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. LaVine finds DeRozan. Here's Ellis. Going inside. Pass to Sabonis. And there are the Kings with another bucket.
Knowing Sabonis has 3-point range, you have to honor his mid-range shot. Very dependable from there, too.
Here's Daniels. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
And he's been an ideal teammate tonight. He's really creating plenty of looks with his passing.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Kings trail by 12. Here's Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
And if I'm Murray's teammates, I keep feeding him. I mean, he is cooking right now.
Ooh, for a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Pass to Ellis. Picked it out of midair. Outside Young. Now Johnson. Beyond the arc. Good D by Murray.
And great job to establish position and square up.
3rd personal foul.
Atlanta leading by 12. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Pass to Rizachet. Back to Young. Here's Rizachet. Right side Young. Drives to the hoop. And they pick up 2. And the Hawks lead by 14.
Well, with a comeback out of range, we can put a bow on this one. Good performance for the Hawks.
One area where they set themselves apart today, their aggressiveness in getting steals.
It really hindered their opponent all game long. And of course, it helped spark their own offense.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And big-time bragging rights won today, just grabbing that season series.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Jalen Johnson.
Well, as a coach, it's so fun to watch a player dominate the game offensively like he did in this one.
Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
That's an inspired ball club. They fought hard, and during the most important moments, they made big plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. From deep, Johnson counted from distance.
Excellent effort on the road. They've literally sucked the energy out of this arena.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
Here's Young. Good on the shot.
Assisted, Rizachet.
And so it's Atlanta easily grabbing this one. Allie, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie.
both of these teams, Brent Perry, the fans are full of optimism.
Well, the seeds have been planted in the offseason, Kevin. What's about to bloom for these franchises as the year goes on? I mean, lots of movement around the league, but it's about the growth of your favorite team and watching these storylines play out as teams march towards the playoffs. A long ways away, but tonight's where it starts.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. Morant is the point with Bain out on the wing. Jackson is out there with Wells, and it's Edey in at the center position.
Just superior focus from Morant. His determination is what allows him to convert through contact.
Well, Brent, last season was disappointing for the Kings after being eliminated in the play-in.
Yeah, a little bit of regression. They did have some key injuries to some guys in the stretch of the season that was vital for them to make the playoff push. But I think it helped them realize just how fun the playoffs are and just how hard it is to get back there. And maybe in this offseason they come back a little bit more focused, knowing how loaded the Western Conference is.
Now here's Wells. Following the missed shot by Jaren Jackson. Edey gets the bucket.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Levine with it. He's picked up by Morant. Murray outside. Pass to Ellis. And here's Sabonis. Right side, DeRozan. And the dunk by DeRozan.
With the flush, DeMar getting up.
For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Morant looking around. No good with the triple. So for Sacramento, their last game, a loss to the Nuggets. Ellis kicks to Sabonis. Murray a screen on Morant. Murray outside. Good, and it's Sabonis with the assist that time.
And you like Murray as a spot-up shooter, knows where to park himself, and always ready to receive the pass.
Pass to Edey. Now here's Bain. Morant outside. 4 on the clock. Outside for Jackson. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. For Sacramento, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And it's Murray with the jam.
Powering that one down. Murray saw a chance to go for it and took it.
In 2023, and Brent, you and I remember this, Keegan Murray set an NBA record with 11 consecutive threes in one game.
What an unbelievable night to witness that kind of consistency and a guy locked in like that. I mean, that's different, and it speaks to Murray's focus, but this guy has so much more to contribute to a team and room to grow. That night was special, Kevin.
And Levine, here we go. Count that one.
You see the strength Levine's added to his frame, allows him to fight through that physical D.
Memphis trailing here. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Sacramento's head coach gave me a few minutes. Well, of course, they're concerned about the dynamic Ja Morant. Coach told me the plan is simple. Make things as hard as they can on Ja on both ends of the floor. Make him work on defense, and by crunch time, maybe we can tire him just a little bit. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Now here's DeRozan. And he drives in. Wide open look here for Murray. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. And that's now 9 points for Keegan Murray. Morant against Ellis. Jackson setting the pick here for Morant. Shoots it. Again, Memphis.
Quick thinking from Jackson. When he's rising and firing fast, you know he's in the zone.
Ellis against Morant. Sabonis kicks to DeRozan. Back to Sabonis. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Boy, it really helps to capitalize on possessions like that. Sabonis under control.
There's Jackson with the three. It's hauled in by the Kings. Now here's Levine. To the middle. Here's Ellis. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Keegan Murray getting it done for Sacramento. He finishes with 9 points in the... And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. Guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Kings?
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
Well, a lot of the players are doing a good job as well of scanning the interior part of the paint. All those inside looks, those are paying off.
The post pair for him will be Murray and Sabonis. Levine is out there with Ellis, and it's DeRozan in at the small forward position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Kings. Payne for 3, buries the long-range jumper. Baines got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Grizzlies. Ellis, the pass to DeRozan. On the wing, Levine. Sacramento moving it around. Murray surveying the D. Here's DeRozan. No good on that one. Great D that time from Baines. To Wells. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Keegan Murray. And the league giving a bit more leeway, GA, to defenders. As a hard-nosed defender yourself, I'm sure you like that change.
Oh, I do. I mean, we all love the intensity of playoff basketball. So why not bring a shot?
Yes, sir.
And there's a reason Levine was a back-to-back champ at the slam dunk contest. He doesn't waste an opportunity to put on a show.
And it's Sabonis with the ball for the Kings. 3-point lead. Kept alive. Rosen dishes to Murray. Pass to Ellis. Shoots over Morant. It's rebounded by Memphis. Here's Jackson. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Wells kicks to Bain. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And a shot by Wells, no good. Kings leading now by 3. On the wing, Ellis, guarded by Morant. Now Ellis. Outside for Murray. Edey with the rebound.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
For Sacramento, they've gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. A wide-open look here for DeRozan. Again, the miss by the Kings.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Sacramento's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Back to Murray. Wells grabs the miss. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Here's Morant. Yep, that one goes. Morant's got 6 points.
And I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
The kick out to Sabonis. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Releases. Stolen by Levine. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. The Kings shooting their first free throw of the night. A free throw drop for DeRozan.
And I like the aggressiveness of DeMar DeRozan's game. He's constantly testing the defense, looking for any weakness he can exploit to get a bucket.
And he goes big with the dunk right over John Morant.
Oh, that was poetic by DeRozan, showing off what he's capable of.
Back to Morant. Fires away from way outside. Here's Jackson. Sabonis grabs the ball. Sabonis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. And LaVine with the slam.
And when he wants to be, LaVine can be as flashy as anybody in our league. He's got the ball skills to do it.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Wound up shooting 85 from the line a season ago, which is an exceptional percentage.
Pass to Wells. It's stolen by DeRozan. Sabonis with the ball. He's picked up by Morant. For 3, Murray. Kick out to LaVine. Tries again. Good, and it's Sabonis with the assist that time. Sabonis has got his 3rd assist on the night. Morant outside to end the run. Hands it from downtown. Morant's got 5 points now this quarter.
And look at Morant getting bold at the arc. When he's feeling it, you really have to watch him out there.
Out to DeRozan. Back to Sabonis. And he banks in the layup. Sabonis has got 6 points.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you...
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
He is out hustling everyone on the glass. Even his own guys in some cases.
Controlling the flow of... Taking a peek now. And that's a halftime.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Pippen is out there with Luke Kennard. Then it's Santi Aldama. And it's Stevens in at the 3, the small forward. Isles a screen on Kennard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Isles no good.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
It's stolen by Monk. Carter looking around. Valanciunas inside. Defended by Pippen. Connects from 3-point range.
Valanciunas does a great job of surveying the floor and willing to find the open man. Nice extra pass.
Between rebounding, interior scoring, and he shoots the 3. Brent, there's a lot to like about Jonas Valanciunas.
Yeah, Valanciunas has done a really good job of growing his game, Kevin, in today's game. I mean, the modern NBA have shooting bigs. JV has stepped out, and it proves that he can hit shots from the top of the key, but it's still that grinding, tough, physical play that you want on a nightly basis, and he gives it to you.
Kings leading now by 11. Out to Carter. This one for 3. They get it again. For the 3. And no good.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And it's Wiles in the corner. Stolen by Pippen. So the Kings call timeout. They're first. These are the players who had the most success from deep last season. Well, you look at Kennard, second in the league, extremely accurate from beyond the arc.
The bucket must have looked 3 feet wide to him last year. I mean, very deserving in terms of that spot among the league leaders from 3. Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Stephens can't get it to go.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And here we can check out the story on Jonas Valanciunas. Last year, getting it done. And he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
And a guy who rarely takes a bad shot. I love the way he plays, completely unselfish with the basketball. I think he'd rather pass it off than take a bad shot. Carter on the wing. Plenty of space. Three-pointer. Good on the triple. Carter's got the lead up to 14 now for the Kings.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Now, here's Kennard. Not a lot of room. Stephens can't get it to go. The Kings have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Valanciunas, good. And the Kings lead by 16.
And Valanciunas has no problem showing up with that physical force and finishing through contact.
1:43 left here in the third quarter. Bucket is good.
Clearly defensive miscue there. If there's not a body on him that's sitting at the mid-range, that's a defensive mistake.
That's tipped. And it's Memphis on the break. For 3, Pippen. Huff. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Sacramento leading by 14. Here's Lyles. And the Kings check on 2 more.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Kennard for 3. The shot's good on the assist by Pippen. Kennard's got 5 points now this quarter.
And you love that. That's one of the strengths of Luke Kennard's game.
Here's Carter. It's rebounded by Memphis.
Well, his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on. Well, that basket must be widening out right now, and he's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Lyles sets a screen for Carter. Pass to Lyles. Back to Carter. Kept alive by Sacramento. Monk against Kennard. And then Monk with the dunk.
And I think it's going to be crucial that Monk continues to work on his playmaking ability. When he's dribbling the ball like that, he is tough to stop.
19 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Valanciunas. It's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession.
Substituting on the court.
DeRozan with it. Here's Murray. And so it's Sacramento going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're feeling very confident. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Here's Morant. DeRozan and Murray slot in at the small and power forward. Ellis is out there with Zach LaVine. And it's Sabonis in at the 5. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. LaVine passes to Ellis. To the paint. There's Sabonis. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. 8 points for Sabonis.
The defense all up in Sabonis' face, but looked automatic.
To the left side wing. Wells kicks to Jackson. Over Ellis. And with that shot, the Sacramento lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Jackson.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Obviously, Morant has found his flow here, finding plenty of ways to create for himself.
Out of hand on it. And here is Bane. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And every year, and Greg, we agree, Bane seems to get better and better as a playmaker.
Doesn't overdo anything with his passing. Looks more and more comfortable creating off the driving kick. He's become a large part of this offensive engine.
Kick out to Levine. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it.
And how about the confidence on display from Levine, just daring the D to get physical with it.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Kings.
Credit them for not settling. I mean, they've been in attack mode off the dribble all game long, and thus far, it's paying off.
Well, another part of what they've done tonight is to get a lot of work done in the mid-range. And that's a shot that a lot of teams are willing to let you take. Well, they've knocked him down.
And Jaren Jackson picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
It's DeRozan with the drive. Here's Sabonis. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. DeRozan's got assist number 5 here tonight. To the left wing. Memphis moving that ball around. Ellis against Bane. Pass to Morant. Inside, Jackson. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
And he is a huge presence inside at both ends. Jackson's a great asset to have in the post.
Ellis can't get it to go.
And that's an important rebound, and especially on a night where the board work has not been their best.
Another shot. A kick out to Bane. Drains the 19-footer. Bane's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And you have to stay connected to Bane. He's too good off the catch.
Bane passes to Murray.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
He throw good, Murray. And so Murray nails both of them.
And hard not to get excited about Keegan Murray's potential. He can shoot the ball. He rebounds it. If this guy continues to grow his game, he could end up being a high-level impact player.
Jackson misses. Kings leading now by 8. To the inside, Sabonis. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
Running like a well-oiled machine, and Sabonis at the helm.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
The free throw drops for Jackson. Kings have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the 4th. A pretty nice efficiency there. Sabonis sets the pick for Levine. Here's the drive. 1:37 left in the game. And the rejection by Jackson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Sabonis. Hells with the steal. And here we go. Fast break, and Morant's got it. That one's not going to go. The Kings leading. Murray for 3. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
And guys, so far in this one, Murray has been delivering offensively. This kind of scoring is what made him a high lottery pick. Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
And it's Morant missing.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot, just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
First personal foul.
And there's no doubt Morant near the top of the list of elite scorers in this league.
Levine against Jackson. Levine can't hit. And Morant's got the ball here for the Grizzlies. Jackson from long range. Sabonis grabs the board. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Ellis dishes to Levine. Ellis, the pass to Levine. Back to Ellis. The kick out to Sabonis. And here we go. Morant heading to the hoop. Money. And it's the Kings with the ball. It's DeRozan with the drive. Levine inside the three-point line. Off on that one. So the Kings win it, probably. Much appreciated, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brett Bear.